Hey there, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I would like to share with you a 4-step process I apply when it comes to continuous learning. Step number 1 is to find project, people, team that will push you outside of your comfort zone. There is no better way to learn something new than when you really have to. Imagine joining a team where there is a technology that you are absolutely a novice and everyone around you is pretty good. You will just have to learn from them. If you want it or not, gradually you will become better. I give you myself as an example. Quite recently I joined a team which primarily uses Rust as a programming language. Prior to joining this team, I had zero experience in coding in Rust, so what I had to do was to learn it and learn it from scratch. You pick up the book and you just go with it. 6 months later, I wouldn't say I'm advanced Rust programmer, but I know far more than I expected myself to know if I would just pick it up by myself without this external motivation. Step number 2. Find a way to absorb and retain the knowledge. Maybe the best way for you to learn is watching YouTube. Maybe it's reading a book. But for some other people it's finding a project that allows them to learn as they go. In my case, I have found that the best way for me to absorb the knowledge is YouTube. But it's not as good to retain it. The only way I can retain the knowledge is by reading a book and applying it in a real life example. The pattern I very often follow is finding a YouTube video that introduces me to a technology, reading a little bit more advanced article or maybe a book, and then trying to apply my learnings on a project or a side task, because that is the only way I can not only absorb, but most importantly, I can retain what I have learned. Step number 3. Don't be afraid to repeat. There is no shame in picking up this beginner book when you are an expert in a certain technology. I'm a firm believer that each time you are reading even a concept that you are very familiar with, you are going to learn something new. Few years ago, I was introduced to a concept called educational learning spiral. So imagine that you're learning something new and there are so many different topics you're learning, and at some point you are going to revisit the same problem, but this time your way of understanding that problem is going to be much more advanced because you have so many prior experiences and learnings that will allow you to really approach the same problem and the same topic with new angle and new ways to understand it and new ways to use it in a practical application. Step number 4. Be patient with yourself. There are problems at my current work which have solutions so difficult that it doesn't take me a minute or a day or a week to solve. Those problems very often don't exist on YouTube or Stack Overflow, so I have to be patient with myself and give myself enough time to really digest the problem. The way I approach those problems is to sit down, relax and decompose the big problem into smaller pieces. Then, based on my past experience, I try to identify if any of those pieces is a problem that I already know how to solve. I stitch things back together to build a full solution. The most important learning out of that step is to really be patient with yourself, because not every solution will come straight away. At the end of the day, when you are doing an engineering work, those problems that really take you days and there is no obvious solution is something we are looking for, right? Thank you for listening today. I hope you find this video useful and you will take some of my learnings that I have developed over the years into your way of learning new things. Every one of us is different and our ways to absorb and retain new knowledge are different. So don't try to imitate 100% the way I'm learning, but gradually try to find your way. Today's question of the video is, what's your favorite way of learning new things? Is it YouTube, newsletters, books, or maybe something different? I'm looking forward to read all your comments. Thank you for making me a part of your day, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to press that like button and subscribe to my channel, because it really helps me grow, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!